Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel, Roseology. This is the February energetic forecast for your sign, Sagittarius, and that applies to your sun, moon, and rising sign, or maybe you're just cross-watching for someone else that you know, but either way, welcome to my channel. Happy birthday to all of my Aquariuses as well out there. Now you can scroll down to the comments in the description for the timestamps to the meditation and to the reading if you are just ready to get straight to it, because I do have a couple of things to explain before getting to this reading. The first being that I have a lot of cards that I've pulled for each sign in February because intuitively I feel like we all needed a really in-depth reading on what to expect energetically this month and how to navigate that energy. And after reading for all of the signs, because I'm filming this intro video last, I'm hoping to have these videos uploaded on the 3rd of February. It is currently the 30th of January. So fingers crossed that I can get these up in that time frame. But after filming for all the signs, I can honestly say I believe that February, this Aquarius season, is one of the most tumultuous months of 2020. And not necessarily in a bad way, but it's definitely challenging us by shaking things up, by shaking up our core, shaking up our system, shaking up our day-to-day. And this is because of Saturn and Uranus, which are the two planets that rule Aquarius. So this is nothing to fear, but definitely something to be aware of and prepared for. And each sign's reading definitely delivered and gave an answer on how we can work with February's energy and use it to our benefit. A few dates to note, or a couple dates to note, is Mercury retrograde will be occurring this February 16th to March 9th, but we will be entering into Mercury retrograde shadow zone from February 1st to March 29th. So that is something to definitely take note of. I will also be doing a pick a card reading for how to work with this upcoming Mercury retrograde as well, so you can be on the lookout for that on my channel. And lastly, I wanted to let you guys know that I'm not doing any personal readings right now. I didn't take any readings in January either because I wanted to get back to making sure that I was uploading enough content, free content, up here on my YouTube channel, since I sort of slacked off in December, with December being the holidays and doing a whole bunch of personal readings. I really slacked off on this YouTube content here, but you guys will definitely be the first to know when I am back to accepting personal readings again. But thank you guys for being patient with me. I truly do appreciate you. And if you do just want to reach out to me, you can always email me. My email address is linked in the description down below. So now let's get to this meditation. Let me just start off by saying, like I always do, that this is a collective reading for your sign. So in order for this reading to resonate with you, you need to be synced into the energy of this reading. To help you do that, I'll be offering a 30-second meditation. And if you are ready to begin that meditation, get into a nice relaxed position. Become aware of your entire body, starting with your feet and working that awareness up in sections from the feet to the head. Then take a deep breath in through your nose for around 5 seconds. Hold that breath for 3 seconds. Then exhale out of your mouth for 6 to 7 seconds. Then focus on asking yourself or your higher self or your guides what guidance it is that you need to hear for the month of February 2020 and how you can best navigate this energy. Once you do that, we'll begin that meditation right now. All right, now that you're intuitively synced into the energy of this reading, let me take the time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, and amazing spirit itself for these messages today. Now let's check out what February has in store for you and your sign. Right. Sagittarius, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with your tarot cards before moving on to your oracle cards here. I have a huge stack of oracle cards, so let's just go on ahead and get started, jump straight into your reading. I'm not reading them in any particular order. I haven't seen any of the cards yet, so let's just get straight into this. And the very first card that we have here is the Star in reverse, the 7 of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords in reverse, and the 10 of Swords. I already got a message that I need to say before I keep moving on and forget it. But basically what I'm getting here, especially with the Star in reverse, is for February, my Sagittarius, is you guys may be feeling overlooked, undervalued, unappreciated with the star in reverse here. Like someone or something can't see your worth or value that you bring to a relationship or a situation or a job. There's also the possibility here though that with you feeling sort of down on yourself, that you may be the one that's not seeing your own value. I also see some of you tired or bored or exhausted of a situation with the Seven of Pentacles here. And so with this Queen of Swords in reverse, this could be coming through as a warning to watch your words and your decisions, as well as your actions. That is coming through very strongly, that you might be tempted to make a decision based off of emotion without really thinking it through. And because of that, it leads to you feeling not just bored, Seven of Pentacles here, but dead, lifeless, drained of energy and vitality with this Ten of Swords here. So this could be you saying something in the heat of the moment that ends up also hurting you in some way, or you acting out of impulse, which may lead to you hurting yourself in some way with this Ten of Swords here, okay? So let's just keep going and see what other cards we have here. And we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Justice card. Okay, I'm going to stop again. So what I'm seeing with these two cards here, the Knight of Pentacles and the Justice card, is saying to stop, pause, and think before saying or acting out of emotion. Justice is saying this is how you avoid accruing some harsh karma, as well as this Justice card is saying to me, don't fuck up what you've made or what you've created. You have come such a very far way. Do not allow your emotions to make you relapse, regress, or fall off the wagon in some way. So for some of you, this may be talking about drugs, alcohol, some sort of substance abuse. I believe as well this is saying for those of you walking your own spiritual journey right now, please don't get discouraged by an issue and then go back to acting in the ways that you used to be before your spiritual journey. So be very careful about how you handle this person, situation, or a conversation. Be careful about how you respond to something. Very, very important in the month of February. The month of February is going to be all about how you respond. It's almost going to be like a month full of tests. Like, how do you respond? How are you going to act with this? Like, you know better, so are you going to do better, basically, is what I'm saying here. And then the next card that we have is the Emperor. Yeah. Okay. So with the Emperor, this is composure. So hold or maintain your composure. Stay on the straight and narrow. Sagittarius, do not give up on the progress that you have made thus far, because you have come a really long way and you should be very proud of yourself. So don't allow anything to take you off of that path, because it's not worth it, right? And then the next card that we have is the Four of Wands in reverse. Okay, with the Four of Wands, this is telling me that the price of this thing is too high. That's literally what I'm hearing. It's going to cost you too much if you revert back to your old ways. So try your hardest to stay away from old influences, mindsets, patterns, people, Sagittarius, because something may come through in February to test you. Like I said, this is going to be a month full of tests. And depending on how you respond, this could shake up or desettle, if that's a word, your foundation that you have built, because you guys have been building a new foundation. Even if you're not very far in your own spiritual journey or in any sort of journey, what you have done thus far is build some sort of foundation, build some sort of solid ground. And so whatever comes through to test you in February, what you're going to lose is what you've built. It's what you've created. It's what you've done so far. And so that's why it's really not worth it, because you worked too hard to come this far or to get to this point in your life and in your journey. And so don't allow this thing to come in and throw you off. It's so not worth it, Sagittarius, okay? And then the card that we have under the deck here is the Queen of Wands in reverse. Yeah. All right, so with the Queen of Wands, this is another queen in reverse, just like this Queen of Swords. So again, this is telling me that your emotions are going to be playing these tricks on you. The Queen of Wands here, this is another queen in reverse, like this Queen of Swords here. So again, this is telling me that your emotions are going to be playing these tricks on you, Sagittarius, and it may make you want to lash out or get revenge or act out of character. The Justice and the Emperor card is here to say keep your integrity intact, because the situation or person is not worth your karma, and they are not worth you compromising your virtue, your ethics, your morals. That price is too high, because if you do something, if you do respond out of anger or revenge or anything like that, basically what's going to end up happening is the only person that's going to get unsettled is you. The only person that's going to get shaken up is you and everything that you've worked for. So this is going to hurt you a lot more than the other party that you may be trying to get revenge on, or that you may be trying to like state your case to. Basically, the only person that's going to end up paying for anything here is you. Okay, so this is not your time or your opportunity to respond or to react. You allow whoever and whatever they are doing, allow them to do what they're doing. and you keep focusing on you and your journey, your progress, where you're going. Stay focused on you. Do not focus on this, okay? Really super duper important for me to make sure that I get that point across, because I feel like your guides are coming through really strongly and saying like, this or them is not worth it. So don't deal with it, okay? So let's go ahead and check out you guys' oracle cards here, see what other messages are coming through for the month of February, okay? So the very first card that we have here is Water Element Sensing. So yeah, water element deals with our emotions, our subconscious. So for me, what I'm getting with this card is a trigger. It's some sort of emotional or subconscious trigger. Maybe this is something that you didn't even know would bother you. Maybe this is something that you didn't even think would offend you or would affect you or would make you feel any sort of way or would unsettle you. But for whatever reason, it is triggering your emotions. It's triggering the water, I guess the water element in your life. Is triggering these emotions and it's triggering your subconscious. So yeah, definitely watch out for sure with the emotions. We don't even have any cups cards here, but that's what I was getting for sure. As I was reading you guys' tarot cards, it's like, this is something that's going to emotionally sort of trigger you. And that's what's going to make you want to respond, because you're feeling emotionally attacked or you're feeling emotionally, assaulted almost, maybe even so in a way. So yeah, you really just don't want to respond to that, because the star card is she already set up the entire story for your tarot cards here, where she's like, you're not going to be feeling like yourself. You're going to be feeling a little down, a little undervalued, a little unappreciated for whatever reason. And I don't believe that that's actually the case, like what's actually happening. I think it's more so just you having more so of an emotionally triggering time. So for whatever reason, you're going to be more emotionally sensitive than normal, almost hypersensitive when it comes to your emotions and your subconscious. So any little thing that sort of takes you back to a certain place where you felt undervalued or unappreciated, or overlooked, or like you had your power and your independence stripped from you, like you had your control taken away from you. Anything that triggers those types of emotions is going to make you want to respond. You have to really fight against wanting to respond, okay? The next card that we have here is South Node, Life's Debts. You guys, what was I saying? That's exactly what I heard looking at this Justice card here, was be careful about the karma that you accrue in February, because something is going to make you say like, you know what, fuck it, I really don't care what sort of karma I get, because now I'm pissed off, or now I'm triggered, or now, you know, I'm responding to this because I don't like what you did. Don't look at it that way. Do not throw in the towel and say, you know what, yep, I'm just going to respond. I'm just going to act out. Don't do it. Do not do it, okay? Because the South Node card has come up here talking about life's debts. This is all about karma, okay? So like I was saying, be very careful about the karma in February. And then we have here Gemini, I think. And it's interesting because we're going to be having Mercury retrograde in February 16th until March 9th. Gemini is ruled by the sign Mercury, or it's ruled by the planet Mercury. And so yeah, and then +2, we have some swords cards here. So this is all about being in your head, you know, sort of thinking, like it says, I think right here. So this is sort of being triggered by your emotions, and then your brain starting to get started, or your anxiety getting started, you kind of ciphering through your subconscious and saying like, you know what, this is what I think, or this is how I think I should handle the situation, or this is what I think is going on. This is how I am perceiving it. So this is what the Gemini card here is telling me, that your perception may be a bit off. Your perception may not be actually in tune to what is going on, because you're so emotionally driven in February, okay? You're so emotionally and subconsciously driven in February. So it's not necessarily going to be you that's necessarily acting out. This is going to be more so like your subconscious and your emotions taking the driver's seat in February. So be very careful about that, okay? The next card that we have here is 11th house, friends. So it could be your friends that's triggering you, you guys. It could be your friends, as well as this card could be saying to depend on your friends, your real friends, your closest friends. Pull away from social media, pull away from the internet. Go to a friend or a support system, a support group, friends that you grew up with, people that you know you can trust, to really find that support that you need to keep you from acting out of to keep you from acting out of character, because your real friends, they're going to tell you not to respond to this. Your real friends are going to tell you, no, you're royalty. You don't even need to belittle yourself by dealing with this sort of situation or this sort of person. Don't even belittle yourself by responding. They're not even worth your response. You need to pull a Beyonce. I mean, we all know how Beyonce is, right? Like, she never responds to anything. It doesn't matter how dirty or nasty the rumors are. She doesn't respond to anything. You need to be on your Beyonce vibes for February, where it's like, you know what? You're not even going to get a reaction out of me, because that's what I'm feeling like this is. I'm feeling like something is trying to get a reaction out of you. That's what it feels like to me. It feels really petty, but because you're so emotionally and subconsciously driven in the month of February, you're going to want to really respond to it, because it's going to trigger something maybe from, earlier on in life, maybe your childhood, maybe something that really wounded you or hurt you in your past. And that is it's gonna sort of flare up a little bit, and you're gonna want to protect yourself, because you're like, you know what? Nuh-uh, like, I'm not a punk. Like, I stick up for myself. And it's like, sometimes the best way for us to stick up for ourselves is to not say anything, to not even get our hands dirty, and to allow spirit and the universe to handle it. Because you know what? At the end of the day, like I was saying, the only person that this is going to negatively affect is you with this karma, okay? Then we have, look at this, you guys, Wheel of Fortune, Fate. Yeah, there's something going on here with your karma, to have this Fate card here. But yeah, Wheel of Fortune, what I'm getting with Wheel of Fortune is like, just let this go. Let it go. This is something that's like, it's passing. This is temporary sort of energy, basically. So this person that may come in and annoy you or offend you or frustrate you or irritate you or upset you, they're going to come in and they're going to move right on out. This situation that might be annoying is going to come in and move right on out. Whatever it is that comes in and sort of triggers you is going to be passing. It's temporary. It's not here to stay. And that's why it's much better if you don't respond, because if you respond to something that's temporary, it's just passing through. If you respond to it, that thing might sort of stop and take up space in your life, when in reality, that thing was supposed to keep on passing through. It wasn't even supposed to last the day. And it's like, now that you've responded, now that you've put your energy into it, now this thing is sort of here to stay. And you don't really necessarily want that, because this thing is not supposed to stay in your life. This is sort of like temporary. It's going to come in, it's going to move in and move right back out. The next card that we have here is Augur Mastery. I think I'm saying that right. But this card has been coming up too, for a few other signs. It keeps coming up for February. So yeah, this is all about you mastering your emotions, mastering what you can sense, mastering your emotional responses as well. Really mastering your emotions and not allowing them to get the best of you. The next card that we have here is Tea Leaves, Foresight. So I believe that some of you guys are going to be seeing this coming. I think some of you guys already see this coming, already know this. Maybe some of you guys are tarot readers yourself, or energy readers or diviners, something like that. Maybe you're into divination, astrology, something like that. So you may already sort of know, or maybe you're into tasseography, which is tea leaf reading. But anyways, some of you guys may already know, like, there's some sort of energy coming in February, or you may have already started to feel this energy or to interact with this energy a little bit. So yeah, make sure that you are really taking heed to the signs that are coming to you, because signs have been coming to you. You've been receiving messages about this particular person or situation that you just need to stay away from it. And that's exactly what you need to listen to. Listen to that, okay? And then we have Fortune Cookie Fortuitous. Okay, so to me, this is saying that this is for sure a test. It's a test. That's all this is. This is a test. And after you pass this test, there's a lot of fortune coming to you. A shit ton of fortune is coming to you after you pass this test. Like I was saying, February is going to be a month of tests, because now that you know better, now that you've been on this journey, you know better. Now you're supposed to be doing better. And so this is coming through to show you, to show yourself that, you know what, I am on the straight and narrow. I am changing my life. I am changing my ways. I am a different person. So this is more so going to be for you, because, oh, this is what that Four of Wands is about. I just got it. That's what that Four of Wands is about. Basically, you're trying to prove to yourself in February that, you're a different person. You've really been working on yourself, Sagittarius, whether this is spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally. You've really been working on yourself, and you've been seeing and feeling these changes in yourself, right? And you're feeling like I'm a different person now. I'm such a different person. So if something was to come in and sort of throw you off or get you to respond in a way that is kind of like the old you, something like that, that's going to shake up how you feel about yourself. That's going to make you feel like, you know what, maybe I'm not changed. Maybe I haven't come as far as I think I have. No, you have. This thing is a test, and this test is coming through at a very audacious time because, like I said, you're very emotionally and subconsciously driven. So do not fall back. Don't fall off the wagon, okay? Because you have come a very long way. Don't allow this to make you feel as though you haven't. You definitely have. All right, and the next card that we have here is Judgment. Yeah, look at that. Just like the Justice card here, Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Exactly. So this Judgment card is saying, don't even be worried about them. Don't be worried about this person, the situation, whatever it is that is coming in, trying to get your attention or trying to get you to react. Don't be worried about it. The Justice card, you don't need to deal with that. And plus, at the same time, this is also saying, I'm also hearing, don't judge yourself. Even if you do respond, even if you do say something, even if you do kind of go back to your old ways a little bit, don't judge yourself. Get right back on the wagon if you fall off of it. That's okay. People don't just up and just, never make mistakes ever again. It's okay to make mistakes. It's actually what spirituality is about. If this is about your spiritual journey, take it as it resonates. But if this is about your spiritual journey, that's exactly what spirituality is about. It's about making mistakes and learning from them. It's not about being perfect. That's probably more so religion. But or not even religion. Religion isn't even about that either. That's more so people that have made religion about never making mistakes and being perfect. And it's like, that's really stupid to say because we're humans, we're people, we're going to make mistakes. So don't judge yourself. Don't be too harsh on yourself. If you do give into this, if you do accidentally respond or react or whatever the case, don't judge yourself about it. Have that short-term memory. Say, you know what? Okay, I acted out of character. They kind of brought out the old me a little bit, but you know what? I'm going to get right back on that wagon. I'm not going to give up on the progress that I've made so far. So even if you do respond or react, don't give up on the progress that you've made so far. And then the next card that we have here is Health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Okay, so for some of you as well, this may be some sort of addiction that you're overcoming. Like I was saying earlier, it may be some sort of substance abuse or drug or alcohol addiction that you are overcoming, that you have gotten the better of, that you have gotten in control of. And if you do fall off the wagon, it's okay. Get right back up. It is never too late. It's only too late once we take our last and final breath. That is not the case here. So it's okay. Even if you do mess up a little bit, don't be hard on yourself. Don't do that. Really look at it. Say, you know what triggered me? What made me want to do that? Take a nice look at it from a third person perspective. Don't be attached to the grief. Don't be attached to judging yourself. You really don't want to do that because that's going to keep you from getting back on the straight and narrow, okay? So don't judge yourself. Just look at it, observe it, say, what made me do this? And then, now that you know better, you continue on with trying to do better, okay? And then we have here, look at this, surrender. It says, I can release my need to control. Yes, 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 Sagittarius. This is you wanting to sort of control, basically. You may really want to control the fact that it's like I was saying, you're trying to prove to yourself that you are a different person. And this is you really needing to be perfect. You have to release that need and want to be perfect, that need and want to always be in control. It's okay. You're not always going to be in control, and that's something that you really have to sort of accept, that the way you are not falling off the wagon every time something sort of comes in and upsets you or hurts your feelings or offends you or irritates you or frustrates you or throws you off a bit. That the way you're not succumbing to these past ways, basically. Okay, so definitely make sure that you are accepting every part of yourself, accepting your flaws, your mistakes, your victories, your wins. Accept every part of yourself and love every part of yourself for it, okay? The next card that we have here is the Wyvern. Your secret your secrets are safe. Okay, so you don't have to defend yourself. That's what I'm getting with the Wyvern here. I know it's about your secrets, but for some reason I'm feeling like you just don't have to defend yourself. You don't have to defend yourself. You don't have to try to keep anything in control. You don't have to try to control certain things about you getting out. You don't need to worry. You don't need to really be trying to pull every single string. The next card is, look at this. Look at this. Reckless actions lead to conflict. What was I saying? Be extremely careful, Sagittarius. For this card to be here, come through and confirm the tarot cards, be really careful about your actions. For sure. For sure. The next card that we have is the Siren. A temptation may lead you astray. Yeah, so the thing you may be tempted by is you defending yourself or taking up for yourself or reacting or responding, something like that. Don't allow that to lead you astray. Don't allow it to make you fall off the wagon, all right? And then the next couple cards we have here is from the Romance Oracle. I pulled these for relationships. So the card that we have, the first one that we have here is Express Your Love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Okay, so this sounds like permission to go on ahead and maybe tell your true feelings to someone, to tell them how you truly feel, to tell them what you truly need, to tell them what you truly want. That's what it sounds like to me. And then the next card here is give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Okay, so again, this is coming through saying to work on your partnership. Don't give up on it. Definitely don't give up on it. Have a conversation or make a romantic gesture, but don't give up on it. So it sounds like to me, don't give up on your romantic life, your love life, your relationship, whatever that may be. Okay, the next three cards that we have here is for your health for the month of February. And we have here, look at this, detoxification. So some of you may be battling some sort of addiction or something like that. Or an addiction can be to anything, not just drugs. It could be to desserts, you guys. It could be to social media. It could be to money, power, sex. It could be to a lot of different things. We're all addicted to something. That's just my opinion. It could be literally to like wearing jeans. Like it could be anything, you know, we could literally be addicted to anything. So this says here, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for cleaning up my body, mind, and life so that I may happily and healthfully live free of chemicals. Okay, so yeah, this is you regaining control over something. So I do see you, like I was saying, keep your composure, hold your composure. Don't try to have control in a sense where it's like you're frantic about it, but in a sense where you're maintaining your composure. You're maintaining your equilibrium, basically. Hydration. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for motivating and guiding me to drink more water so that my health, energy, and appetite stay at optimal levels throughout each day. Yeah, so make sure that you're staying hydrated with water, things like that. But replenishing yourself is what I'm getting with this hydration card. And then it says, Jesus, the divine healer. Dear Jesus, thank you for your divine healing power and presence. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love that. So call on any ascended masters, any angels. So call on any sort of angels or divine masters that you work with for healing. Okay. And then the final three cards that we have here is the Mystic. I'm seeing this as magic for the month of February, working magic, working rituals. Then we have here the Vision. Yeah. I'm seeing the Vision as stay true to what you see for yourself. Stay true to you staying on that straight and narrow because you're so proud of your progress and how far you've come. So hold on to that vision, okay? And then we have here the Maiden. And the Maiden, it sounds like this feminine energy that came in with the Queen of Wands and the Star here, as well as the Queen of Swords. So there is some sort of some feminine energy that wants to come in and I believe heal you, as well as guide you and to keep you safe and to keep you protected from whatever this is. It's just sort of trying to come in and test you. This is just coming in to test you, basically. So I see this divine feminine energy coming in to kind of keep you on track a little bit, sort of keep you on this justice and this emperor vibe where it's like you're maintaining your morals. Okay, this is all that I am seeing for my Sagittarius. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I pray this reading brought you guys some love, support, clarity, and strength. I want to take this time to thank your beautiful guides, my beautiful guides, our higher self, and amazing spirit itself for these messages today. Hopefully you all come back to visit me sometime soon, but until next time, you guys stay safe, stay blessed. Please keep conquering the world, and I'll be back next time. All right, bye guys.